It is a very difficult position that the children occupy post-separation and divorce.
You ready? Come on, your dad will be here soon.
And one of the underpinning values of family mediation is to facilitate a process which allows children and young people to move confidently between both parents.
I'll be here any minute. I won't be too long. Sure, you won't be too long. He always has some excuse.
Mediation helps by reducing and managing the conflict, improving communication between ex-spouses or ex-partners who may not have even sat in the same room together for a long time.
Family mediation is extremely helpful to the courts. It gives an opportunity for parents to find room, emotional room, to deal with issues.
There's a wee fella waiting. It's not fair. Any sign, Paul?
No. Is he coming?
He won't be too long. He's looking forward to seeing you.
Mom, where's Dad?
Paul, hold on a minute. There you go. See ya. Oh, Paul, come here. You have to be back at 6 o'clock. If you want to go to Tom's party, you have to be back at 6, okay? Tell your dad. Bye, son.
Bye.
See ya.
So it's not going well then?
No, not really, no. I only get to see him on a Saturday for a while and stuff, and it's, me and Howard's not speaking and stuff. It's terrible. It's just getting worse, you know.
Can't you get that meditation, what do you call it? My sister had it in England.
Oh, the mediation.
That's
yeah.
it.
Good afternoon, family
The
mediation.
protracted loss that we're talking about in family breakup is really quite formidable. It goes on for decades. It is, and it goes on in a way, not just the couple, which it can have very detrimental effects, but the children, as they age, can become certainly damaged by this.
It's a traumatic time for all concerned. Having a mediator who remains calm throughout is enormously reassuring and calming for the parents.
Relationship broke down.
It's a dreadful situation.
So there are communication issues at present day.
At the moment, anyway, yes, there's very little. If there's a phone call, it's very, very brief.
Like, from your point of view, what would be the key issues that you want to discuss with your wife?
I want to see Paul more.
We'll have to get things done and then you can do as much drawing as you want, okay? Right, you ready? Hold on. Hello?
No one can be forced to participate in family mediation.
Yes, I have. I don't think it's going to do us much good.
The commitment and full engagement of each party is necessary for mediation to be successful.
I don't know. I'm not convinced. Listen, John, I'm doing his homework with him. I'll have to speak to you about it again.
Courts like to see any mediation process at the earliest possible opportunity. By the time the parties get to high conflict situations, very often their positions have become very entrenched. They are at a heightened emotional stage by that at that point, and they start to see things as winning and losing.
Mediated clients are much more aware of their situation, what they want to achieve and how they want to achieve it, and tend to be less have less emotional baggage than those who come before mediation. And that often means that a solicitor's time can be used more efficiently.
You don't want to have to end up in court or anything over this?
No, I don't.
You know, get dragged through that.
And
solicitors and everything. And
yeah, maybe I should. Actually, I don't know. I suppose I've nothing to lose.
The courts inevitably end up in confrontation. They're adversarial in nature. It's one parent against the other parent. No child, in my experience, likes to be in a situation where their parents are in confrontation. So any process that offers an alternative to that can only help in producing better outcomes and happier, more content children.
Is the marriage definitely over, Anne, is it?
I would say it's been over for quite a while, Malachy.
Yes, yes.
I think Paul would like to think that we're going to get back together again, but both of us know it's not going to happen.
The main advantage of family mediation is that it offers a safe place for people to get rid of the emotional difficulty, and that may enable them to focus better on the practical matters to do with their divorce.
Well, it looks like there's a fair degree of common ground in relation to your agenda. Both of you flagged up the three.
I think it is something that probably always is capable of being tried. Where it is probably least likely to be successful is where people's minds are completely closed.
Of those couples who engage in 3 or more joint appointments, 70% of them will achieve resolution of all the presenting issues.
Can I not stay a wee bit longer? And I said, well, look, if you stay longer, your mum's going to be cross. You know, and then when you get back to the house and then there's somebody shouting at you from the door, and it's...
And how do I know he's getting good food? Because all I hear is about going to burger joints and getting, you know, fast food. I have to make sure that when he's with you, he's eating properly as well.
I mean, he's always eating
Oh,
properly.
Is
Of
that
course
what's
he is.
really making him the grub? Yeah.
No, I can cook.
All right. That's
Yes.
something new then.
Well, I'm really hearing that both of you are very concerned for Paul's welfare.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, there is tension, and certainly you both want what's best for him.
Yeah.
One of the biggest criticisms of the legal system would be the lack of control that clients feel when they're in the courtroom setting. The main advantage of family mediation is that they take full control of their own breakdown. They can discuss matters which are particularly important to them, and they're not caught up with the acrimony of the court process.
You know, very often those court cases end up in confrontational disputes between adults, and our conversations with children and young people is that they feel left out, that they don't have a say.
Simple. You just pick a stone, and you pick a stone for one for yourself, like that, and then maybe a stone for mum, a stone for dad.
That's my mom.
Okay.
My dad. My Uncle Sam.
I think you see Dad on Tuesdays, isn't that right?
Yeah.
And then you also see Dad on a Saturday. Yeah. Okay. So I want you to imagine that the arrangements are like a big pizza. If you had a choice, would you change the way the pizza is divided up?
Well, I'd like my dad to be a wee bit closer so I could see him more times.
Okay.
It doesn't take very long until the child is old enough to have opinions and to have views, and in those circumstances it's very helpful for the court to get some insight as to what the child wants.
Because this was the message that he was getting, was that the two of you were working hard to make sure that these arrangements worked for him, and I think he was hearing that message very clearly.
That's excellent. He's able actually to sort of open up and sort of and share with
He doesn't
Margaret.
actually talk a lot about his dad to me at home, you know, and it's probably the same with you when he goes to you, John. There isn't a lot of talk about mum or what mum does at home as well.
It's a way of keeping private decision making and family matters within the family.
So, Anne and Paul, we have prepared here a draft MOU, Memorandum of Understanding.
Yeah.
You know, you can both sign up to it because it hasn't been imposed upon you. It's something which you have crafted yourselves, which means if there's problems in the future, you can discuss it amicably.
Okay.
If they do get to the stage that they can get a plan, they may not even have to come to court at all. The court doesn't have to endorse each and every arrangement when a set of parents break down, their relationship breaks down. It is quite possible to just have your own informal arrangements and work on with those.
In general, if a couple have agreed their own arrangements, they're much more likely to work than something someone imposes upon them.
And obviously that is the best possible outcome because that normalises the relationship for the children concerned.
What I would encourage GPs to do is to be aware of the opportunities that the professionals have of seeking help from family mediation.
Family mediation does support families in moving on.
So how are things?
Good.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad. We've done the beach.
Yeah, it's lovely actually. Really nice.
Square feet.
So what about the football Tuesday? Do you want me to?
Can you take him?
Yeah, no
Oh, that's
problem.
great. That's
Yeah, I
okay.
can get up early. Yeah, sure.
There's a wee sub has to be paid. Is that okay?
Yes, fine. No problem. Leave it with me.
There's your
Good.
bag. Oh, Dad! Oh, good grief. You just like to see him doing that, don't you? Yeah. Okay, bye, Paul. See ya. Have a good time.
this is in the child's best interest to be able to go forward in life having had 2 stable parental relationships to build upon, to learn from, and to feel secure about. And therefore that's the best prospect of being able to become a secure, responsible adult who can then form their own strong relationships into the future.